think oftentimes we look at people that have barriers to employment as throwaway people or as waste, or like they don't deserve an opportunity. Just like we look at building materials as waste and we can throw them away, but they're a resource, just like the building materials here are a resource. And so we try and take our trainees and give them additional skills so that they can rejoin the workforce.
One of the goals I have at the Rebuilding Exchange is to create a pipeline for our trainees so that there's kind of a closed loop circle of how they interact with the reuse economy. They come in, they learn from the Rebuilding Exchange about the reused materials, about climate change, about the entire local economy around reuse, and then we try to find them jobs locally within the same industry. Our current 4 trainees are focused in warehouse training. They receive customer service training, OSHA certification, and forklift training. And one of the trainees is also learning some craftsmanship with our RX Made product line.
When I came here to Rebuilding Exchange, I thought it was just going to be the regular warehouse, just an assembly line and everything just going. But once coming here, I see that there's a completely different mission and purpose for the Rebuilding Exchange. I became more appreciative of the value of preservation of materials, the lumber and the doors, any and every type of material that comes in here. I never thought so much can be reused.
Of the 14 staff members at Rebuilding Exchange, 4 of our current full-time staff members are former trainees and graduates of our training program, including one of our management team. The Rebuilding Exchange's theory of change is similar to our founding organization, the Delta Institute, in that it's not necessarily three legs of a stool, but rather nested circles where they're all completely dependent on each other: social, economy, and environment. So the work that we do to empower people socially through our training program, the materials we divert from landfills for the environment, and the materials that we sell all benefit each other as economy, environment, and social.
As a kid, I was exposed to all those landfills, and when I got into my career, I vowed that I want to stop landfills. And how do you stop a landfill? By closing it down? No, because then you're just sending those materials somewhere else, and somebody else has to deal with that landfill. In order to stop a landfill, you stop what goes into it. And reusing materials is the best way to stop generating waste. In fact, I try not to even use the term waste. I try to use the term material because it's the language that we use. If you tell someone that what you have is a material, they'll see a value in it.
It was important that we could show the local community could support a nonprofit social venture that diverted materials from the waste stream and allowed for local landlords, apartment dwellers, architects, artists to come to a place where they could use these materials.
Traditional demolition and traditional recycling, you're paying a machine to do the work, and recycling is very energy intensive, and there's materials that are byproducts or waste. You're generating waste as you're recycling. If you're reusing a material, you're not generating any waste. The way I describe reuse is you take a brick and use it as a brick somewhere else, that's reuse. If you take that brick and crush it, that's recycling, because then you're introducing some sort of process to it.
We also have a series of workshops that are open to the public and educate them on how to use the materials. So somebody that's never done woodworking before could take a Woodworking 101 class and learn about the types of lumber, what different types of wood are used for different things, and then maybe take a Make It Take It class where they make a bench or a mirror with reclaimed wood and learn how to use some of our materials. We have a lot of homeowners and people that are really interested in the story of the materials that we sell. We have lumber from a deconstructed church or flooring from a high school gymnasium, and most recently we've received the materials from the last original station house from the CTA at Madison and Wabash.
It's kind of like being Dr. Frankenstein, you know what I mean? You actually building something that was dead and giving it life. And it's beautiful because this is one piece of lumber that somebody threw away is now a beautiful wooden cabinet. Something I made that I'm really proud of. We actually ate in a restaurant maybe about a week ago that we built the tables and the bench in a restaurant. And I walked in, I'm like, oh, wow. And I had a chance to kind of visit with my own furniture, so it was a good thing. It was very invigorating. I felt great about it. Rebuilding Exchange not only rebuilds furniture, it rebuilds people.